Hello, everybody. John David Salons. I have visited all three casinos in Arkansas: Southland, Saracen, and Oaklawn. I'd like to do a little review in case you think about checking out any of the three casinos, and they are all beautiful properties. And I love to stay in a nice hotel. I love to go on cruises. So I wanted to do a little review because these resorts pretty much have similar things that a cruise has to offer. So let's start with Southland. The casino is about the hotel is about 20 stories high. You cannot bring any weapons in. They have a weapons dog when you come to stay at the casino, and the weapons dog will sniff your luggage to see if you have any artillery or guns or things of that nature. Any firearms or potential firearms, you cannot bring those into onto their property. I like Southland because they have some pretty low. I like to play Keno, and they have nickel Keno, and their payouts are really good or sufficient enough to wager with. So they have a lot of lower betting slot machines and table games that you can get on with, your chances are good as far as gambling goes. But one thing that is unique about Southland is that you cannot use $1 bills. So they have pretty much gotten rid of any coins and or dollar bills. So you cannot insert a dollar bill into any of their slot machines. So you have to bring fives and up. Other than that, it's kind of nice. I think the tech, the IT in the casino is lacking. You can't Google Cast or cast your Spotify or YouTube onto their TV for whatever reason. And if they've gotten that fixed, then you can just put that down in the comments. But let's move on to Saracen Casino. We recently stayed at Saracen Casino, and it's brand spanking new. I wouldn't be surprised if we were the first ones to stay in the particular room that we stayed in. It is 14 stories tall, allegedly, but on the elevator you can't find the 13th floor, so maybe they omitted the 13th floor. I don't know, but you can't. Anyway, it's 14 stories tall. It's really beautiful. Of course, there's nothing really to look at. At Southland, you get a beautiful view of the interstate. And but anyway, Southland is brand new. When you walk in, they have plenty of people behind the counter. They have 4 or 5 screens behind the front desk that are playing a video of a creek bed that's really pretty, and they have a Starbucks right to your left. One thing that's cool about showing up at Saracen to stay in the hotel, and it is free valet parking. So that's kind of cool. You can drive up in style and not have to pay the valet to have them take care of your car, which is nice. But I do recommend tipping. And let's see, So they do have a really high-tech security X-ray scanner or whatever that you have to run your belongings through, and it's very so you can't bring any weapons, no knives, no guns, nothing. I'm assuming that you could probably bring all the illegal drugs that you want to into these hotels and resorts, but I wouldn't try that either. I'm not recommending it. I do like their rooms. The showers are huge. Yeah, I wanted to tell you. So the rates at these hotels, Oaklawn, Saracen, Southland, the rates are cheaper during the week, of course. So you might could get in Southland for maybe $90 and during the week. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure, but it seemed like when I stayed there, the rates were really cheaper than all the other hotel resorts in Arkansas. But we stayed on a Sunday night at Saracen for $226. And I've played a lot at Saracen, and I've never really won anything. So if you would like to win a jackpot, you better be prepared to shell out some dollars. I do have a friend of mine that did win a car down at Saracen one month, and I guarantee you, I know this player, and he bought that car 4 or 5 times over, so he well deserved it and earned it. You do get a free entry just by showing up at their giveaways for vehicles. But I have to tell you, Oaklawn is my favorite. Oaklawn has a wide variety of machines. They have a specified smoking area. So it's the rest of the casino is non-smoking, but they do have one particular room that is smoking. It's full of smoke. So if you want to get some secondhand smoke, you be sure and visit that room. The payouts are really good on their machines. On the Keno, it's good. It's a good payout. At Saracen, the Keno games that I like to play don't pay very well. The quarter games say that they pay out very well on Keno, but I haven't won at Saracen. I've won a little bit at Southland playing roulette, and the roulette is really fun because they use $1 chips, and so you gotta at least have a minimum of $15 to play or $25 to play, depending on which table you get on. And so it makes it a lot of fun. There's a lot of chips out there but definitely Oaklawn is the best. And any of these hotels, if you're going, especially if there's a concert, you're gonna pay top dollar for the room that particular night or weekend. The food is really good and affordable at Southland. Very good food, and it doesn't cost a lot. Saracen food is great. Have a couple of high-end restaurants. Legends is where we ate, and I paid like $28 for an 8-ounce sirloin, and it was really good. They had good desserts and stuff like that. Oaklawn, not crazy about their food, but it is the spa city, so there's plenty of places to eat down in Hot Springs, so you don't have to worry about getting your food at the casino. But the casino, you can bring children or people that are under 18 to stay at the hotel. Now, you cannot at Saracen or Southland. You got to be 21 and up at those two facilities. At Oaklawn, they do have weapons detectors when you're going into the casino. So you definitely can't bring a weapon of any kind into the casino. And these weapons, a lot of people, the weapons detectors, a lot of people think they're metal detectors. They're not. These detectors, when you walk through, they're looking for shapes. They're looking for things that look like a shape of a knife or a shape of a gun. So a lot of times you'll get triggered and they'll ask you to pull out whatever is in your pockets because it might appear to be a knife or a gun shape. So they're not looking for metal. It's not metal detecting. And all these casinos now pretty much have facial recognition. So any of those three facilities that you go to, you're going to have a valid ID, and you will have to have your picture taken to get in the facility. Oaklawn is, I haven't been to the spa, but everybody says that it is the elite bathhouse, that it is the elite spa experience. I know a lot of women that go there, and that is their main selling point for their hotel is the spa. So if you want to treat yourself and, maybe, have a girl's day and go down to the spa and get all the bells and whistles, that's, I've heard that it's good. I've not experienced it firsthand. But definitely, let's see, it's 8 stories tall is Oaklawn, so not very big, but the halls are a lot longer. It's not as high, but it's a lot wider. But anyway, I hope this helps. That's all that I can think of right now. I have won more money at Oaklawn than I have any of the other casinos, probably because I go down to Oaklawn every Tuesday for 50 plus Frenzy. So if you're over 50, you can go down to Oaklawn and you at least get $5 every Tuesday. That's from 12 to 8 p.m. So you could win up to 500, but anyway, I get a kick out of getting $5 free play and going and playing a nickel machine. It's fun for me. All right, I hope this helps if you're thinking about going to visit a casino or one of the resorts, Saracen, Southland, or Oaklawn. All right.